Finished? Grab your prize.
Huh?
Do you want to come and grab your prize?
I didn't do it for a prize. But I 100% agree.
Okay, you agree?
But I wouldn't stop eating eggs or cheese. That's I'm not being killed. I mean, and I mean, you can go to the cheese shop, how they make it.
Yeah, there's cheeses that don't have animal products. Yeah, there are cheeses. It's only the milk that's coming into the cow's milk. You don't need that all going to it. You don't actually need that stuff. There are cheeses that don't have
I don't.
you haven't tried it. I know what you expect, but you haven't tried it all. I can't believe that.
Simon, do you want to just come here for it? Just because Simon's going to help this man here.
What are you doing here?
I don't know. I want to win a prize. Let's get on.
One of my patients.
Aww. So you said that. So would you say that you're against bullfighting and fox hunting and those sorts of?
Absolutely. I used to be a hunt saboteur in my teenage.
Right. Okay. Yeah. So you would say that you're against animal exploitation then?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
100%.
Okay.
But
So
I don't think having hens to lay eggs is exploitation. You see, that's the problem.
Okay, so if we were to use humans in that way and take from them, especially when they can't consent, would it be exploitative?
We do. We take people's labour.
Yeah, but
We exploit people.
Humans can consent though, can't they?
No, they can't. That's the problem. I mean, in the system we have, the economic system we have, humans can't consent. They're given one vote every 4 years in this country and call it democracy, but they're exploited.
So in a work situation, somebody has the choice where they work, and they do have a choice, don't they? It's not really like forcing somebody
you
to.
You go to inner city areas in deprived northern towns, young people don't have a choice. It's either the army or an employment benefit, and that's the only choice they have in life.
They have a choice if they're going to join the army or not, though, in this country.
No, I mean, if you're faced with never-ending poverty, when your soul is sucked out of you by the deindustrialization of this country and the exploitation.
So if you were one of the animals and that was happening to you, what do you think? What would you want your oppressor to do? Would you want someone to continue exploiting you? Or would you want someone to leave you alone and not exploit you for...
I don't agree with the farming that in the videos. I totally don't agree. But I do know people in Cornwall who have a holding, their hens run free, they lay eggs, and they take the eggs.
So you're basically saying if a slave is happy, it's okay to use them?
No. But why would a hen be a slave?
Because we're using them. Do you know what exploitation means? I assume you do.
I
Yeah.
know.
Yeah. What would you say?
I'm sorry, you keep moving the argument, and I think there are certain farming practices which can be ethical, humane, and non-exploitative. If an animal doesn't want to give its,
If we're using someone for our own benefit, that is the definition of exploitation. So how do we use someone for our own benefit and not exploit them, because that is the definition of exploitation. So if we're using hens for their eggs and taking from them, which is not ours to take, it's their food, it's their
they don't
food
eat their
stores.
eggs.
They do eat their eggs. You can Google it if you want to. It's their nutrition. Just like bees create honey for their own nutrition to eat.
In
It's
the
not
same
ours
way,
to take.
You work
It's
in my factory, I will pay you a wage, and then you do with that wage.
and that's a fair exchange. That's not
Then
exploitation.
you're feeding hens, giving them, protecting them from foxes, giving them.
Why are
freedom
they
to
being
roam.
bred in the first place?
Because look.
No, answer my question.
Why
Why are they bred in the first place? Yeah,
Because that's life.
because it's
Animals-
like But if you were in their position, I assume you wouldn't want that done to you.
I don't think it's exploitation.
Okay, all right then, no worries. Cheers, thank you. Do you want to come and grab a prize? Do
Yeah, it's not very nice, is it?
you want to come and grab one of these?
Going on, I didn't have water.
Simon, do you want to send him here? And because if someone else comes, you need to be on the screens.
Well, if someone comes here, yeah. Just, yeah.
Do you want to come grab one of your prizes? You can have a refreshers, but they're a little. No, you can't take the whole bag. Do you want one of those? Do you want one of these
Yeah, a
ones?
couple of
Yeah?
them, yeah.
So how did that make you feel? Have you seen anything like that before?
Yeah.
Yeah, you have.
All the
Yeah.
David Attenborough programs. I've seen
Okay.
stuff like that
Yeah.
before, yeah.
Do you think we should respect animals?
Yeah, definitely. I love
Yeah.
animals.
Yeah. Why do
I
you
see
think
them
we,
all the time when I'm on the bus and see the cows. You feel and think, no, you know what's going to happen to you.
Yeah, exactly. And they're basically seen as slaves, aren't they? Like they're being exploited.
They're before us and all that.
Yeah.
They're all right to live and all. It's great.
So why do you think that we should respect them? Why? What's the reason for that?
They got
You
the right
think
to
that-
bloody live like us and all breathe and walk around and
Yeah.
have a happy life.
They're like us, basically, because we are animals, aren't we? Yeah.
They're
So,
around, it's their land, really. Like,
yeah,
it's their land, not ours.
exactly. Yeah,
They don't
yeah.
have to eat meat, really. I want to stop.
100%. Yeah, exactly. We don't.
live lives healthy.
Yeah, exactly.
I'd rather them walk around. I'm
Yeah.
gonna try eat meat. I do think God where it come from. Have them before animals.
Yeah. Do you think we can respect animals if we're exploiting them at the same time?
Hello.
Hi, are you okay?
My colleague says that you're claiming that my chickens are being deprived of their food.
I'll go get on.
All right, no
I'm
worries,
not
thank
meant to
you.
actually be in town.
Yeah, all right, nice to meet you. Cheers, I'll see you later, thank you. Well, I don't know you personally, so obviously I didn't say anything about you, but we're basically here defending non-human animals against animal exploitation. Yeah.
Well, apparently you said to her that chickens are being deprived of their food. How are
Sorry?
chickens being deprived of their food?
I didn't say that, no, I've actually been recording, so I can play it back for you if you want. I didn't say that.
I'd just
Yeah.
like you to tell you that our chickens live the life of Riley.
Yeah, and that's what
Okay.
slave owners used to say about their slaves as well. That even if you,
Right, okay, give me your email address and I'll send you a video of my chickens, okay?
even if they're happy, it's not okay to exploit someone. So slave
I am
owners
not-
often used to treat their slaves well, but take from them. They used to use them, humans, as slaves. I understand where you're coming from because my dad uses back garden chickens for their eggs, but it's still not okay. The root problem of the animal cruelty that we inflict on animals is that we view them as our resources. They aren't ours to use.
So how would you like us to get our food? I grow my own vegetables. I have my own chickens who live the life of Riley. I use their eggs when they want to go broody. They go broody.
So do you
What,
think that
so-
we should? Do you think that we should respect other species of animals?
I respect all life, and I respect my chickens. They don't respect me.
But
They
can
come
you
and shit in
respect
my
them
car.
if you're using them for your own benefit?
Of course I can. I use lots of things for
So
my own
if
benefit.
you were to do
I
that
use,
to me,
I use other people for my own benefit by talking to them and having a nice chat and a laugh with them. That's using people, isn't it?
it's not
Okay.
exploitation.
Of course it's not exploitation. Human beings, the whole thing about human beings communicating and being part of a community is partly exploitation. Yes, we use each other to feel good about each other, and that's exchange and return, and that in turn yields fantastic benefits by communities and
So if
societies
you were in their
operating.
position, what would you want your oppressor to do? Would you want your
If I-
oppressor to leave you alone or continue viewing you as a
I'm not-
resource?
my chickens and you and I aren't being oppressed. Well, we are being oppressed by our government.
Yeah, but I'm
my
telling you to
chickens-
put yourself into the victim's position.
If I was a chicken, if I was one of my chickens, I'd be bloody pleased to be where I am.
You're
I'd be-
using them, you're exploiting them, you're
I am
taking
not.
their eggs from them.
You're absolutely wrong. I am not.
Okay, that's
exploiting
fine,
them.
that's all right
They're
then. You can
laying
get
their
on with your
eggs.
day, no worries.
So please
That's
don't
fine.
tell people that my chickens and other
I'm
people's
defending
chickens,
the animals. The reason why they are being abused, the reason
And you're
that they are
accusing
being
people like me.
tortured
and you
is
are
because
accusing people like me of oppressing animals, and you are wrong.
you are. Can you get your
are
finger away from me?
completely
Get
wrong.
your finger away from
You
me.
are completely wrong. If
Can you
give
walk
me-
away now?
If you give me
You
your
can walk
address,
away,
if
that's
you give
fine.
me your email address or your business email address, I'll
I
send
know
you a
exactly
video.
what you're talking about, happy chickens in your garden, but you're still using them.
And you are
You're still
accusing-
exploiting
and you are
them.
accusing me of oppressing them. You're off your head.
You're exploiting them.
I'm not
You're taking their
exploiting
eggs
them.
from them.
Of course I'm taking their eggs.
Yes.
And in return,
Who told
they're having
you?
a good life.
Who taught you that it was
My-
okay to take from other beings and use them for your
My
benefit?
conscience tells me that my chickens are fine.
Okay, you can live your life as an animal oppressor. That's
please don't
absolutely
accuse-
fine.
So please don't accuse me of being
Okay,
an animal
all right,
oppressor,
thank you very
because
much.
I do not accept that I'm an animal oppressor because I keep my own chickens in my own garden and they live the life of Riley. Is that okay, people? All right? Good. Cheerio.
You're here protesting about oppression, but you're okay to be an oppressor yourself. How ironic.
Right. Okay. Would you like me to call the police because you're accusing me of being an oppressor?
You can.
I am
I'm
not an
on. I'm
oppressor.
on public land. You can call the
Yes,
police if you'd
okay,
like
well,
to. That's absolutely fine.
You are oppressing other people you're oppressing my rights by telling me that I'm an oppressor.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
am not
I'm
an
defending your
oppressor.
victims.
They are not victims.
You can move on now, that's fine.
They're being victims, please. Think
Hi, are you
about
okay?
What you're doing and what you're saying.
Are you wait? Yeah. So if you go to Simon there, and he'll set you up with your headphones.
Jesus Christ.
It's like probably.
Center here, didn't
Yeah.
it?
Yeah. Probably like shaking her finger in my face.
Yes.
How's about just leave them alone?
Yeah.
Like people's mentality is so deep that
Yeah,
animals are here for us. It's like they can't actually imagine just not taking from them.
Right, yeah.
Everyone has to see them as like serving us in some kind of way.
A given, yeah.
Why can't we just leave them alone?
Yeah, you don't have to love them or
Exactly.
be kind to them, just leave them.
Yeah. So simple.
Yeah, it is.
Like, don't use them for yourself, leave them alone. Because I asked the other lady, I was like, why are they bred in the first place then? And that's what she just couldn't answer my question.
No.
Why have they been bred in the first place? Because humans think that they're resources. Yeah, you're right. Did you watch the cartoon version or the adults version?
I don't want
The adults one. Yeah. Do you want to take? I'm guessing
one of them.
love hearts.
Do you want one of them or one of them? You will not.
Do you mind if I just chat to you about what you just saw? Has he got? It's sticky. So have you ever seen anything like that before? Any footage like that before? No, you don't. Okay, so how did it make you feel?
It's not nice to see, really.
No, yeah. Did you know that kind of stuff happens? Or Lisa, do you want to just give the price of these toys?
You do hear about it, but I don't think you believe it until you see it.
Yeah, that's what I thought as well. I didn't really understand it until I actually saw it. Yeah, so do you think that we should respect other animals?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, because we are, like, I never really sort of clocked onto the fact that we are animals as well.
I love it.
Yeah, exactly. So what is it about, like, why do you think that we should respect them?
I'm not very good with words.
That's okay, that's all right, just explain the best that you can.
They're here just the same as us. Like,
Yeah, exactly. They're having the same sort of experience
trying
as
to live their
us.
life like we are.
Yeah. So do you think that we can respect them whilst also using them for our own selfish purposes?
No.
No. Okay, that's good. It's good that you're honest. So, have you heard of veganism before today?
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you know what it is, if you could describe it? Because I didn't know for years. I was like really misled. I used to think that it was about not eating meat, dairy and eggs.
Yeah.
But it's actually the ethical principle that says humans should live without exploiting other animals. So it's a mindset on how we view them. So if we're against their exploitation, then all of the practices kind of fall into place, such as living on a full plant diet, not wearing their skin, not using them for entertainment, all of those things. So do you think that you agree with that principle? Like, do you think that you agree with that mindset?
I don't know. I have to say some of it because I have been to zoos and stuff before.
Okay, yeah.
You know what I mean?
So again, like sometimes we just don't understand that it's kind of exploitative until we actually get taught or it gets explained. Because obviously when I was younger, I used to get taken to zoos. I always used to wear leather, which is literally someone's skin, because obviously they're someone, aren't they? They're not something, they're an individual. I used to go to zoos, obviously I used to steal cow's milk, because that's actually the milk that's supposed to be for their babies. Did you breastfeed him? I'm guessing that you breastfed him. No.
I couldn't. He was born with a cleft lip.
Oh, right, okay. Yeah, so you still have that connection with, obviously, him, don't you? And the mother cows have that connection with their young, and we're literally just using them and taking advantage of them for their breast milk. So it's all of these sort of, oppressive sort of things that we don't really think about until somebody almost explains it to us. So do you think there's anything stopping you from living by that principle after today, after seeing that footage and after speaking to me?
I think if I look into it more, like read more about it.
Okay. So what I always like to explain to people is it's like a decision. Because it's a mindset. It's almost like once we make the decision that we no longer want to exploit them, everything falls into place pretty easily. So it's not even as if it requires like steps to get there necessarily because of the way that we see them. Once we've decided that we no longer want to oppress them, it's almost like what is there to think about? Do you get what I mean? What is it that you feel like you would need to look into?
I don't know.
Like what sort of barriers do you feel like you might come across?
No, because I like meat.
Okay.
I know that sounds horrible.
Yeah, no, but it's good that you're honest, because a lot of people do say that, but if you were one of those victims, if you were one of the animals, would you think that that was a good enough justification?
Oh, no.
No. So it's just about putting ourselves in their position, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, because obviously there's alternatives out there, and it's actually really easy now because obviously Google's at our fingertips. We don't need to do it, so why would we do it, sort of thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
So other than the taste, is there anything else that you think would be stopping you from not exploiting them anymore?
I'm not very good on the spot.
That's okay. All right. Well,
I don't
is there? So you can. There's a documentary which I would recommend to watch. It's called Dominion. Would you watch that on YouTube? It's free. It's 2 hours long, but it's just about understanding that those are some of the symptoms. You know, like a lot of the stuff that we do to animals is really horrific, but it's because we view them as resources. Yeah, so maybe watch Dominion on YouTube and put yourself into the animal's position, put yourself into the victim's position, and it's just about understanding what we would want someone to do for us. Yeah. All right. Okay. Nice to meet you. Cheers. See you later.
No, it's okay, I understand. Yeah, we don't do what we can do, so we can just to change it. If every individual changes, I'm sorry, so normally I meant to finish here and then you meant to go to the guys and make a talk to someone about it. But individual changes, so don't think every individual how this is going to be right for the treatment. I'm not trying to be part of this conversation.
Hi guys. Thanks for being here. Let's see who we've got. Hi everyone, thanks for the support. Hopefully there's not too many trolls in the chat, although it's obviously good to debunk any myths that anyone has. She was really nice. I think she was just a little bit skeptical, and then I felt like by the end I was like putting her on the spot too much, and because she was being quite nice, I didn't want to push it too far. So I said watch Dominion on YouTube. But yeah, she was taking it all in, which is good, and yeah, you could tell that it was like there was just a lot to process.
Yeah.
Because she was like, oh, I don't want to say this, but like I just like the taste of meat, and I was like, it's good that you're honest, but if you were one of the victims, would that be a good enough justification? And she said no. But yeah, she was at least open, you know. And she said that.
People say that like it's so unique. Like, oh, I just love the taste of it.
I know, exactly. It's like
Really?
nobody doesn't, you know, we don't do
I
it. 'Cause-
became vegan.
Yeah.
I hated the taste of meat.
But literally, I think because most people think that it's a dietary preference. They think that we do it partly because we don't like it or because of health and all that kind of stuff, and it's like, it's not a diet. It's just so ironic how that lady's here speaking about, you know, speaking up about Palestine, but then she's enslaving chickens in her back garden for their eggs.
Are you talking about the one?
The lady from before, yeah.
The skinny one or
The second one.
the second one?
Yeah, she's here with the Palestine thing, yeah. But then she's more than happy to exploit other individuals. It's like, why not just be consistent?
Right. No. The animals don't count.
Yeah. Huh?
Did you bring up the Palestine?
No, I didn't. I thought I better not. When she was walking away, I said, you're here protesting against oppression, but you're oppressing animals.
She was really angry. I thought she was gonna like.
That's how people feel, though, isn't it? When they.
Physical.
I know I did as well. She was so close to.
I know. Yeah.
I was like, do you want to move your finger out of my face, please?
one, but no, I don't think it will. Maybe I'm delusional.
The other lady said that the guy that came over was her patient. Is she a nurse or did she say what she
She
does?
might be a doctor, maybe. She seemed quite.
Doctor?
Yeah, I want to say that she seemed quite educated, but now, now I'm thinking not so much. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe a doctor.
Like really well-educated PhD people.
I know they
argue
still.
against veganism.
Yeah, I know. Maybe just missing a couple of empathy brain cells.
They believe they're safe. They could be safe. I'm not saying they're not. But
Watch a 3-minute movie.
3 minutes. Well, no, it's forcing you, but if you change your mind, okay, thanks.
No one's.
So, you're telling me that for?
Nobody's forcing it. You're not in handcuffs.
Sorry if I got carried away.
That's okay.
Well, I suppose I stand by what I said, but I suppose if I was talking to the public about exploiting chickens, if I was you, if you were me, I would.
Listen, I really don't need your advice. It's fine. I don't need your advice because I'm here defending the victims. It doesn't matter how it's said. Just like you're talking about Palestinians, if somebody came up to you and said, I'm pro whatever is happening in Palestine, you wouldn't say, oh, it's the way that you're talking to me. You would say, it's wrong no matter what. Do you understand what I mean? Yeah. Okay, so it's not the way that it's said, it's what is said.
My worry about chickens, which you may or may not be interested in, is that the vast majority of people eat chickens because it's very cheap. And the reason it's very cheap is because they are suffering from this chickens.
And they're suffering because they're viewed as resources. And I understand where you're coming from, and it's great that you grow your own vegetables and everything like that. But we can actually buy other forms of protein. We don't need to use chickens for their eggs. So the root cause of the problem is that we view them as commodities. And unfortunately, you're part of that problem whilst you're exploiting those chickens. Even if you're treating them well, I understand that you're treating them well, but they're still being used as slaves.
We'll have to agree to disagree on that.
Sure, no worries.
I'm delighted that you're here and you feel strongly about something and you're able to be here and talk.
Again, I really don't need that. I just need people to respect animals. I don't need your respect. I need people to respect others. Sure.
veganism is not about vegans.
People think it's about us. It's not. It's nothing to do with us. Like, we're here on a sunny day. I would rather be at the beach right now, but we're here stood defending the victims. Like, it's not about us.
I say there's vegans about victims, not about vegans.
Exactly. It's not about us. It's not about the oppressors. It's literally about the victims, nothing else. And because people have so many preconceived ideas as to what it is, that's why they think that we're forcing our beliefs on them. And it's like, it's your belief too, you just haven't understood it yet.
Yeah, and don't blame them, you haven't had the information. You can't blame people for not, but you can blame people for choosing to assume what it is, because people should know, I don't know what it is, so I'm not going to jump to conclusions.
Yeah.
Find out what it is.
Yeah, exactly. It's good if or when people ask questions, but I think the problem is when people assume that they already know what it is and don't ask the questions.
I need to go and get a drink. I stupidly
Oh, that's all
didn't
right.
bring one with me.
Yeah, some water or something. Elaine, the pressure's on. The pressure's on for you to get people in. Lisa's going to get a drink.
What got your point was, did you come over for this time?
She's trying to give me advice on how to approach things. I'm like, I'm not taking advice from the oppressor. I said, imagine if someone came over to you and said that they were pro whatever was happening in Palestine and you were saying, no, it's wrong. And then they were saying, well, you're going about it the wrong way. Like, it's not the way that it's said, it's what we're saying. You know, it doesn't matter the way that it's said. Like, we're explaining to you that it's wrong. So for you to say the way that you're trying to go about it is wrong, it's like, no, that's not the point, you know? If you're trying to explain to someone that, what's it called, a genocide is wrong, and they're saying, no, but I'm in favour of it, and I think the way that you're explaining it to me is wrong, you'd be like, no, that's not the bit that's wrong, it's the oppression that's wrong.
Yeah, yeah,
And why would I take advice from the oppressor?
right.
And then she said, let's agree to disagree.
I think that's saying.
Sure, no worries. People literally think that we're crazy for just not wanting to exploit animals. Like, people actually think that we're nuts. It's like, it's such a simple concept.
They think vegans are crazy.
But every single justice movement in history, the people defending the victims, everyone else thought that they were crazy too.
Yeah.
People probably think that they're crazy as well.
No.
No, most people are on board with it. Yeah. Right. I mean, I don't know anything about it, to be honest. I just prefer to stay focused on the animals.
Israel, and I'm really, I find it maddening that the majority of vegans seem to be
Palestine.
But it's not like I hate all Muslims. It's the extreme Islamics, the Islamic ones that want Allah to, be the God of the world. That I don't think all Jewish people are great people. But Harvey Weinstein went to.
Oh yeah, yeah. I think the
There's
problem.
bad and good people and race and nationality.
The problem that I've got is when people start saying you must defend human justice issues to be vegan. It's like, no, in every justice movement there is a victim, and within veganism, non-human animals are the only victims. They're the ones that we need to focus on. So if we start diluting it with like human rights issues, then the focus will. It's literally the only movement that they have.
With the intersectionalists that want to include humans in veganism, it ends up being the humans always take priority.
100%, exactly. It'll just get diluted more and more, and then the animals disappear again. That's why I'm so against this like intersectional stuff, because and then people start saying, but humans are animals, but it's about
And
non-human
you're not
animals.
vegan if you're not an intersectionalist.
Exactly. Humans are animals, no, but veganism is about non-human animals.
Right. Yeah. Like they can't even have their own movement.
Yeah. And we're talking about all of these human issues, like in all of these human justice movements, most people are still animal oppressors. So it's like you're trying to take the side with the animal oppressors, but within the vegan movement, and it's like, no, but we're trying to get them to stop exploiting animals. Like, it just doesn't make sense.
No, I know. It's really mad.
Why is nobody stopping
I
today?
saw a video of one of the big animal rights marches in New York City a few months ago. And of course, a lot of the marchers go on free Palestine and all that.
See, I'd hate that.
And the two organizers were telling them to stop.
Good. Just focus on the animals.
We're supposed to be chanting about the animals, not about Palestine. And then these assholes would be like, do you know what the Israelis are doing with the animals in Gaza? As if the Gazans are all kind, and so the animals have.
Do you want to watch a 3-minute movie? Cool.
Anyway, I just find it a shame that some vegans are more vegans are pro
Yeah.
Because really, to me, it's like they're from, I don't think all Palestinian people are bad, but
But
the
then-
ones that are, extreme Islamic and want to kill Jews, yes, they are.
Exactly. Yeah. There's bad in every single group of people in the world. The only ones who are completely innocent and just here to literally survive are the animals.
Right, yeah.
They just want to find their food, live in nature, and us greedy humans feel like we need everything else to. Yeah. That's why sometimes I really do hope one day that we go extinct and we can just leave this planet to the animals.
That's what humans deserve.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah. Is that my fault? It's my fault.
Sorry. Hi everyone, thank you.
Watch a 3-minute video, it's a surprise.
Gonna come here for your prize. Have you seen anything like that before? Have you seen anything like that before? Is this your daughter? Yeah. What's your name? Olivia Grace. Oh, my name's Emma. So how did that make you feel? Happy? Okay. Yeah, so do you think that do you mind if I just chat to her about what the video is about? So do you think that we should respect animals? Yeah. Why do you think that we should respect them?
Because they have feelings too.
Yeah, they have feelings too, yeah. So do you think that we can respect them whilst we're using them for our own benefit? You do? Okay. So have you ever heard of veganism before? No. So I didn't used to know what it was either. So I used to think that it was about not eating meat, dairy and eggs, but it's actually, it's the way that we view animals. So it's the ethical principle that says humans should live without exploiting other animals. Do you understand what that means? No. Do you know what exploitation means? No. So it's basically taking from someone, so using someone for our own benefit. So it's basically being unfair to them. So would you want that done to you? No. Okay. So what do you think you would want someone to do to you? Would you want them to respect you and not use you? Yeah? So do you think maybe if you had a chat with your mum, she would, if you had a conversation about it, you could maybe explain what you saw, and maybe you don't want to do that to animals anymore? Yeah? Okay, I'll maybe let you have a chat with your mum about what you saw and then explain to her how you feel about it. And then obviously, because you're probably grown up enough that you can start to make your own decisions, I'm guessing. How old are you? 10. Yeah, so maybe just have a chat with your mum and see how she feels about it. Yeah? But thank you very much for watching it. Yeah? All right, I hope you enjoy the sun. Okay, have a nice day. See you later. Hi, Jason. I feel like I could have done that better, but it's like with children, it's really hard to know what to say.
Yeah, I thought it might be. Well, yeah, I think it will be, yeah.
It's like, because also her mum was there, and I didn't want to feel like I was like pushing it too much. So I just kind of said, just maybe have a conversation with your mum and tell her how you feel, because you can make your own decisions for yourself. And then I explained what veganism actually is.
Yeah. Yeah. So I was thinking, I've got to split between the child might, once I'm saying, oh, I don't eat animals, you know,
Yeah.
see something like this, I might say something like this.
Yeah.
Are you part-time?
Yeah.
Would you be able to help Emma up with the stuff?
Yeah.
I can carry it.
Which way do you have it?
Are they parked near me? Near us? Chain walk, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's fine. I can carry it on my own. If you're staying in town if you're staying for a coffee or whatever, I can carry it on my own, because we'll have less sweets as well. Yeah, so it's fine. Sorry? A lot less sweets. Yeah, I'm trying to get rid of the love hearts first because they're heavier. Yeah, it's fine. If you want to stay, then I can carry it on my own. It's not an issue.
Sure.
Yeah. Are you staying for a bit of shopping?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whilst you're here?
Yeah.
That's fine. No worries. I was thinking maybe go till 2.
Yeah.
It seems quite quiet, doesn't it? People, I think, just want to get stuff done and then get in the sun. Get to the beach, probably, don't they? That's why maybe they're not stopping. Come on.
Parent there may make it a bit different, more difficult. Just think with a child and parents there.
Yeah.
Parents, the parent going to think of what you said.
Yeah.
The child going to run it.
I know, but and exactly. Usually, I'll speak to the child, and then the adult's listening, or vice versa. But she wasn't really listening.
Oh, that's right.
I mean, the child was listening, but her mum was just like letting her. Usually, the adults are like quite defensive, aren't they?
Yeah.
But that was really. I was surprised then.
The mother knew
What was going on? Yeah, I know.
video or anything.
Yeah.
So maybe the child, she said, oh, I want to try and watch the video. So she probably didn't think, oh, what the video is. I don't know.
Yeah. I think she knew when I was talking to her, but she wasn't really listening.
It's different dynamics. You know, parents are different, aren't they? It's a bit different than the megaphone.
You are?
It's a bit different than the function.
Oh yeah, I know.
Have you spoken to the megaphone?
I have once or twice, I think. Yeah, I did. You know, speciesism. There's a group called speciesism, and they do where we basically put the human into the animal's position and dress up. We did one in Falmouth at one point, and I was on the megaphone as acting as a farmer. But yeah, other than that, I've not done any like disruption type protests.
Yeah. Different approaches.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I can't believe she actually even started shouting. She started shouting. I was just like, she does. She looks like her. She
I mean, she seems just quite an authoritative lady, so she probably doesn't like being challenged.
Yeah, exactly, 100%.
Someone that's other ages, well, I don't know.
Yeah, exactly. A young person.
It could be that mixed in with having that way of life challenge. Obviously, it's quite a good question you pointed out.
Sorry.
You did point out to her that she stand up about questioning her, yeah. So that's quite a challenge probably for her. She might not be challenged by that before.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's just sometimes the way that that's just the way that people act. Sometimes I feel when they're challenged, and it's the guilt. I really just feel like it's the guilt is what makes people act like that. Because they know they wouldn't act like that if they knew deep, if they really thought deep down that they were doing something right.
You'd have something very calm to say in a very sort of reasonable way.
Yeah.
To counteract what you were saying.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, you're so in the wrong. I'll go easy because you're so in the wrong. It's not. It's like.
I know you can't. You don't know what else to say other than shout.
I don't know, she came over and apologised. I didn't hear everything.
She didn't really apologise. No, she wasn't apologising. She said I shouldn't have acted like that. But obviously there's a but. But I'm not oppressing animals. But you're going about this the wrong way. But, and I was just like, I don't need your advice. I'm not going to take advice from the oppressor.
Yes. If it's not, you know, the advice should have to be. Yeah. Well, she advised. I didn't exactly hear what she said. But.
Well, I mean, just saying that if you want people to stop exploiting animals, then you're going about it the wrong way. It's like, okay, tell me what the right way is. What is the right way?
What did she say? Yeah, there's different ways. There's no wrong way, I don't believe.
But also, they always say that it's the wrong way because they don't like what they're hearing.
Well, what way do you suggest? Don't do anything.
It's like, don't do anything. Don't tell me that I'm exploiting animals at all. That is the most comfortable thing that you could possibly do.
It was up to me. I just make all animal exploitation illegal. That's not reasonable.
Exactly, yeah.
And eating animals is not considered exploitation. I don't know what they have to go through.
That's what she was saying. Taking their eggs isn't exploitation. You're using them for your own benefit. That is the definition of exploitation. It's not exploitation because I'm giving them a good life. She was like, give me your email address, I'll show you photos. And I was like, I don't need to see photos, you're stealing from them. My dad does the same thing with his back garden chickens.
No one's saying before, say they're killed, you're not they're treated badly.
Exactly.
You know, I mean, people are saying that, and some are.
Yeah.
Some are.
It's not about the treatment, it's that they are being used.
You want them to produce, they're looking after them. You want them to produce.
Yeah, just look after them without using them. Why is that so hard to even imagine? Like, just give them a good life without exploiting them, rather than I give them a good life but I take from them.
Yes.
It's like, no, that's not.
I mean, there is an argument, I will say, I'm not supporting it, but I believe in prioritising. You've obviously got to prioritise. I mean, an animal's been slaughtered, killed. And if there's, say someone has hens at the back of their yard and they're not being killed and stuff.
Oh, we've got one.
But it doesn't mean it's acceptable.
But it's still part of the problem, isn't it?
It's not acceptable.
Yeah, but that's still exactly, that's the root of the problem, is that we view them as resources. So even if they are, every single big farm started off as a back garden, small dwelling, didn't it? And that's where the mindset starts, is that they are ours to use, they are ours to take from, they are ours to oppress. So as long as that mindset is there, they're always going to be exploited. Even if they're treated well. It's like, the cruelty is a result.
Suitable for you? Yep.
The child's version.
Go on then.
Lisa, you might need to take the kid, because I might be with the guy.
Say that again.
I might be chatting to the guy behind, so you might need to take the kid and the dad. No worries. Do you want to come and grab your prize? I'll just give you one of these. Have you seen anything like that before?
Yes, I have.
You have? Okay, where did you see?
YouTube.
YouTube?
Yeah.
Okay, so how did it make you feel?
I mean, the quote, veganism isn't a diet.
Yeah.
Is that true?
Yeah, so I used to think it was a diet as well, but it's actually the ethical principle that he says humans should live without exploiting other animals.
Right.
So it's essentially a mindset on how we view animals, and then all of the practices fall into place after that mindset is established.
Right.
So do you think that we should respect other animals?
Yeah, I mean, I care for animals. So.
Okay, yeah, so in what way do you care for them?
I've adopted Blue Cross numerous times.
Oh, nice. Yeah, okay, so you look after them.
Yeah.
Yeah. So do you think that we can respect them whilst we're using them for our own selfish purposes?
I understand the contrary. I mean, is that, I don't know, like, I mean, I also didn't realise that veganism was seen as not a diet or outside of a diet.
Yeah, okay.
I don't know. I mean, I've never personally considered it.
Yeah, okay, that's all right. It's good that you're honest.
Yeah, no.
But do you think that we can respect them whilst we're using them for our own purposes, though?
It depends what you mean by respect, I suppose.
So what would you define respect as?
No, live.
Yeah, showing someone respect is just not using them, not oppressing them, not viewing them as a resource. I would say that is respect.
Right, okay.
So, yeah, if you were in their position, if you were in the animal's position, what would you want someone to do? How would you want someone to act? Would you want someone to leave you alone and not use you? Lisa? Do you want to just go to that lady there and she can speak to you about what you just saw?
The animals in that video.
Yeah, yeah.
I suppose they're being used in different ways, aren't
Yeah, exactly. So not just for food. Obviously, the animals that we use for food are part of it,
Right.
but obviously they're exploited in various other ways as well.
they? Yeah. Well, in terms of for eating, yeah, I suppose it's different in a way. Like I've signed a petition against Jeff Bezos for using glue traps because I don't agree with that. I think I don't think there's any reason to trap mouses and other rodents fully, just solely to get them out of the house, like an infestation, for example.
Yeah.
But like I know people who literally require meat in their diet for protein, otherwise they'll be sick without it. They've been required it and recommended it by their doctors. So I don't know if it's like is it the same thing? I don't know. Like,
So there's actually no medical health issue that requires us to eat animal flesh and secretions. It's actually a huge myth. And obviously doctors don't always really know that much about nutrition / anything often. There's various issues that we get sent to the doctor about and they'll not even look at our nutrition.
Okay.
Because like for example, I had psoriasis for the first 18 years of my life and then nobody told me I was aggravating it because I was eating and drinking baby cow's milk, whereas I'm not a baby cow. No human is, and it's not even supposed to be in our body. Whereas people will go to the doctor and they'll say, yes, consume baby cow's milk, and it's like, that isn't even meant for our body, So it's not meant for our body, no. It's meant for a baby cow. It's meant for a baby calf. So how is that ever going to be healthy for our body?
calcium.
We can get calcium from plants. Every plant contains a different levels of calcium, but we can get everything that we need on a full plant-based diet. Considering that, is there anything stopping you from adopting that principle? You know how before I explained that it's like a principle, a mindset on how we view animals. Would you agree that you're against the exploitation of them?
Well, like I say in that, like the video kind of is split up into segments, isn't it? One is for meat and one is for, like the horse races and all that kind of stuff. And so I suppose, like I said, I've never considered a vegetarian or vegan diet. I don't think I ever.
So veganism is a diet. So plant-based diet.
Plant-based diet.
Yeah.
Right.
So obviously, vegetarian is literally nothing to do with vegan.
So it's like a lifestyle choice. It's just respecting animals. Is that what you?
Well, yeah. So it's not even a lifestyle because we wouldn't say that being against human slavery is a lifestyle, would we? It's a justice movement.
Right.
So it's, like I said, it's a mindset on how we view animals.
Okay.
We don't even call it a lifestyle because yes, we don't exploit them, but it's naturally within us, like from birth, that we're just against oppression of everyone, and that includes other animals. But then we're indoctrinated to believe that it's normal and necessary to exploit them, to use them, when actually it's not.
I understand for exploiting, like I would like the horses and the races and stuff like that. I don't agree with that personally, but I mean, don't animals kill other animals?
So are you another animal in the wild, or are you a human who has a moral compass?
Well, we're all animals.
Yeah, obviously. Yeah. So we're all animals, but we aren't animals in the wild, so we don't need to use animals to survive. We don't need to use animals for their flesh to survive.
I mean, we've evolved, so I mean, what do you mean?
So what was your question?
Well,
we are animals and animals eat other animals.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Right.
but we don't need to eat other animals. Some animals need to eat, like lions, for example, they need to eat other animals, but we don't.
Okay.
So that's why, when the necessity is not there,
Okay.
so if it's not necessary, why do we think it's okay to do it?
I get the argument. I mean, like I said, I never really thought about it.
Yeah. If you were one of those animals, like I already asked, if you were one of them, what would you want someone to do? Would you want someone to leave you alone and stop exploiting you? Any of those animals in that video, whether it's animals used for their flesh or to ride on or to anything, would you want someone to just leave you alone and not exploit you? Or would you want someone to continue oppressing and exploiting you?
I suppose if I was the animal, it's natural to not want to die or be exploited anyway.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
But if I was myself seeing animals in vehicles being exported to factories and wherever that is.
Yeah.
I suppose I wouldn't stop it if it's people's jobs and people are earning money from it, and that's their life, it's their career. You know, like, I'm not going to protest against someone's career, if that makes sense.
Okay, so you can keep funding oppression just because it funds people's livelihoods.
Well, it's
Is that what you're
I don't
saying?
know, it's like stock is like a large economic business, right? I mean, lots of money probably goes into that, though.
A lot used to go into human slavery as well. So obviously with human slavery, they used to say that it was good for the economy, all that kind of stuff, but did that make it okay? Like there's been a lot of justice issues in the past that we said at the time was for, you know, the benefit of the oppressor, because obviously farmers are benefiting from literally paying their mortgage with animal body parts, and from, you know, even like horse races, for example, which you said that you're against. Why are you against horse racing when the oppressor, the person who owns the horse racing location, whatever, he's making money from that, you know, activity? What's the difference between that and somebody making money from cows, pigs, sheep?
Well, I suppose naturally horses are going to run, they're not going to race with each other, so I would be against the idea that they're going to race, and so there's no point of them putting them in a race. But again, I mean, like, it's natural for a lion to kill a sheep, and so...
Yeah, but we're not lions, are we?
Well, I know.
We're human animals. We're human animals.
But I mean, like, people just want like protein sometimes, no? They just like...
So you're saying that I'm deficient in protein?
No, I'm not saying that.
Yeah. Like we can get protein without exploiting animals.
Right.
You're saying that we need protein, but we don't need to use animals for their flesh to get protein. It seems like you're coming up with a lot of excuses, but I'm not really understanding what the real reason is. What is the real reason?
Well, like this is honestly my first time.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
But it's my first time talking to someone who's so passionate about this, and I admire this. Because you've got videos and you're informing people. I've never talked to someone about this.
No, it's good that you're being open-minded and you are being honest. I'm just trying to, like, it seems like all of these things that are coming up, just not in a rude way, it just feels like they're excuses to a deeper, I don't get
the slavery connotation, similarity.
Okay, so because humans are animals, like you said yourself, other animals are just different to humans. Like, it doesn't matter what human, you know, whichever human is being used as a slave, it's still not okay to use that human as a slave, you know? So it's not because other animals, because we are animals, what makes it okay to use other animals as slaves when they just look different to us and sound different to us? Like, there's no moral difference between me and a pig in all the ways it matters, because pigs feel pain, pleasure, happiness, sadness. Same as with horses. You know, we're all animals. We all feel the same emotions. We all have attachments to our families. Nobody wants to be oppressed.
Right.
So what makes it okay to use them for our own benefit and make money from their body, but not do it to humans? Because it's obviously wrong to do it to humans, to me, to you, to anyone.
Right.
What makes it wrong to do it to us, but not to other species of animals?
Well, everyone is equal, and every animal is equal, and every animal is equal to each other, and every animal is equal to us. We are all equal. People are
Right.
That's what abolished the slave trade. You know, we are all equal.
Yeah.
But if a carnivore animal needs food.
But I'm not talking to a carnivore animal, I'm talking to you. I'm talking to
Okay.
you. No, but yes, and you're not a carnivorous animal. We're omnivores, so we can and do thrive on plant-based food.
Yeah.
So you keep referring back to animals in the wild, such as lions, but I'm not talking to a lion, I'm talking to you.
Yeah,
I don't know what your name is, but you're here in Truro on a sunny day. I'm not trying to get a lion to stop using animals. They are moral animals. Other animals are moral patients, just like human children. We have the ability to make decisions and make the right decisions and be against oppression, but other animals can't make those decisions, just like human children can't. We have to make decisions on behalf of them. So I'm here defending the victims, but you keep on bringing up lions because lions eat other animals, but I'm not talking to a lion, I'm talking to you.
Right. I mean, I kind of I get what you're saying, but like,
Do you understand that we don't need to eat animal? Is it just meat that you've got an issue with? Just animal flesh that you've got an issue with?
like I said, like the horse racing, for example, I disagree with, and I've signed a petition to stop glue traps. So that kind of stuff I will actively protest against, because I don't agree with hurting an animal.
Yeah.
Nor do I agree with sporting or killing an animal just for sport.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
So do you know the reason why that cruelty is happening? That abuse and that cruelty is happening that you're signing the petitions for? Why is that happening, do you think?
funding.
Yeah, but the deeper rooted issue to that.
No, maybe not.
So it's because we think that other animals are here for us to use.
Right.
So it's the oppressive mindset that I'm trying to unpick and get to the bottom of.
Okay.
Because all of that cruelty that you're signing petitions against, which rightly so, but I'm just asking you to be against all forms of animal exploitation, not just the ones that you're not actively participating in.
Right.
So the root of the problem is that we view them as resources, as here to benefit us, when they're just individuals.
Okay.
So all I'm asking you to do, don't you think that that's a bit of a contradiction that you're living in terms of being against some forms of exploitation, but not others?
I get what you're saying, that it's not a requirement for us to eat meat, but I don't know. I just don't get the similarity, really. I mean, like
So what did you say that you signed petitions for?
a glue trap to stop selling glue traps in the UK.
Okay, so if I were to say, okay, I'm going to take you to a glue trap show and take you just like as a form of entertainment and watch all of these things unfold, I'm going to take you as a form of pleasure and entertainment. I'll pay for you to go, I'll get you lunch, blah, blah, blah. What, would you come with me?
So watch a glue trap
Yeah,
entertainment.
yeah, okay, so why be against that and not against using animals for their flesh? So I'm basically taking a stand and trying to get people to stop being against all forms of animal exploitation. You would actively take a stance against that form of exploitation, but you're still part of the problem when you're actively participating in other forms of animal exploitation.
Well, I knew it was seen as a form of exploitation.
Okay, so I'm telling you today that it is.
I
Yeah.
understand that. And interesting video, whoever the director was. But so the argument is that if an animal can eat, if an animal is an omnivore and can be an omnivore, then they shouldn't. But they can also eat meat. They shouldn't eat meat.
No, so we can't. So other animals,
Right.
yeah. Because I'm not talking to other animals. So other animals that live in the wild, they all live naturally in the wild. They're doing everything they can to survive.
But what do you mean in the wild?
Like, well, seagulls, they're not in. Seagulls haven't been domesticated, have they? Like unfairly domesticated by us, so they are in the wild. Zoo animals, they're not in the wild. Animals in testing labs, they're not in the wild. Like all of these animals we've taken from the wild and bred to like suit us and for us to use. So all of the animals who are in the wild, like dogs, for example, the domesticated dog that we know today, they are not natural. We have bred them to suit us and our needs because we've exploited them. So obviously dogs in the wild don't look like domesticated dogs. So any animals in the wild, we don't have the right to interfere with what they're doing. But I'm speaking to humans on the street. I'm speaking to humans because humans do have the ability to make the right decision. That's why we've got a legal system. That's why human slavery is legal. That's why gay rights is now legal. Gay marriage is now legal. Like all of these justice movements in the past, people thought were absolutely crazy. But now we look back and think, yes, it's the right thing to do. So humans have the ability to make the right decisions, whereas other animals don't. Like they are also doing things to survive. Whereas humans, we don't need to race horses, we don't need to wear their skin, we don't need to eat their flesh, we don't need to steal their babies' breast milk, which isn't actually ours. None of these are ours to take, they belong to them, and we don't need to do it, so why are we doing it? And if you're against one form of animal exploitation, what's stopping you from being against all forms of animal exploitation? What is stopping you from being against all forms of animal exploitation?
I'd have to think about it, I suppose.
What's there to think about? If you were one of the animals, What's there to think about?
Well, I suppose, like veganism probably costs quite a bit more than.
No,
meat.
it doesn't.
Sure.
Yeah. It's not. Even if it did, it's still not okay to oppress
No, I
someone.
understand that.
Yeah, like even if human slavery, I keep drawing it back to human slavery because it's the only thing that even comes close to what the animals are going through, and it's because we use those humans for our own benefit. So obviously with the animals, we're literally using them on a day-to-day basis for various different reasons. But even if it was cheap, even if it was more expensive to oppress someone, whoever it is, whether that's another animal, whether it's you, whether it's me, whether it's anyone, even if it's more expensive to use that person for my own benefit, it's still not okay to do it. But the fact is, being on a plant-based diet is actually cheaper than being on a diet where you're using animals for their flesh, for their baby's milk. Like, it's actually the studies that have been done to say that it's cheaper to be on a plant-based diet, but even if it wasn't, why does that make it okay?
Okay. Interesting.
Yeah?
I'll think about it because it's like I said, the first time
Yeah.
being someone so passionate about it. Right?
Yeah, but again, I just don't really understand. I never really understand what there is to think about, because if you're against the exploitation of animals, which it sounds like you are in some certain ways, it's like, like you're a good person, you want to do the right thing. It's like, what do we need to think about? It's literally just a mindset shift on how we view them. And then everything else falls into place. Like, we don't want to wear their skin because that's someone's skin. We don't want to steal their baby's milk. We don't want to ride on them or pay to go to zoos where they're enslaved. So what is there to think about? What's stopping you from today what's stopping you from going, no, I'm going to take a stance against this huge injustice?
I understand you're asking as a rhetorical question, so I haven't got an answer to say. I can say, unfortunately, I won't be doing a veganist or a vegan veganism diet. I won't be doing that. But
You won't be living on a plant-based diet?
no,
Okay.
I just like to. My meals every day consist of what the chart online has recommended, whatever that website's called again. I have protein, vitamins, and I have carbs, and I have that every day.
Okay, yeah, I don't get any protein or vitamins.
Sorry?
I don't get any protein or vitamins.
Oh, is this because of the thing?
No, I'm being sarcastic. Obviously, you can still get protein and vitamins by living on a plant-based diet. I've explained that to you already. So you're saying that you eat a certain way and that you're not going to not eat another way because because it tastes good.
It doesn't taste as good.
That's an excuse then, that it doesn't taste good.
Well, it's a commitment, right? I mean, you're going to have to stop buying meat. You have to plan what you're going to get, so you can still have a healthy diet.
I just need to stand in my bag here.
Yes,
Yeah.
You have to plan. I mean, it's a commitment. It is.
Right.
So, I mean, if you like my partner, she's never been vegan, but she's been a vegetarian for 3 years.
As again, vegan and
I know,
vegetarian,
I know.
literally nothing to do with each other.
I know, I'm
Yeah.
just saying,
Okay.
She's been a meat eater before then, so there was a commitment. She had to plan each meal so that she would still get a healthy outcome. It's a commitment. So
Right,
if you,
so-
if you have said meal and you don't enjoy the taste of it, but I mean, are you gonna want to live with that the rest of your life? Like,
It really confuses me, because from the position of the victim, is that a good enough excuse? Like, even if it did, which it doesn't, even if it tasted like shit, like even if it tasted like cardboard, which it doesn't, but even if it did, how is that a good enough justification to continue exploiting and enslaving sentient individuals?
well, I've had vegan meals before. Not something not something I enjoyed. So I wouldn't want to eat it for the rest of my life.
Right.
Especially if
So
we live longer than animals.
you're looking at it as from the position of the oppressor.
Right.
Like, even if it was tasting like absolute shit, which you can find meals that taste amazing, you can, cater your meals to your own preferences. You can get the texture, you can get the flavour, but you're still looking at it from the oppressive position, because the animals don't care what you think that they taste like, or their secretions don't, like from the position of the victim.
Right.
That's just like a paedophile saying, oh, well, I prefer using that child for my own benefit in whatever way. I prefer abusing that child rather than not abusing that child because of my own pleasure. And coming from the position of the oppressor, how is that an okay justification?
Well, I understand you can't, but surely you can look at it from the victim's point of view. Because it's pain versus killing, right? So that's, for example.
Well, it's actually nothing to do with pain. It's just oppression. It's just not exploiting. Their pain and their suffering is happening because you're viewing them as a resource.
Right.
You're viewing them as a way to benefit you. Why can't we just leave them alone? Like, even if your new plant-based diet tasted like absolute shit, like, who cares? Because now the victims are being left alone. Yeah, because you're the oppressor. Like, so would a paedophile. He doesn't want to not abuse that child because he prefers abusing children. He gets pleasure out of it. So does that make it okay?
I don't really see the similarity.
No, exactly, because you're coming from the position of it like supremacist in terms of other animals are below us and they are here for us to use. So it's hard for people to see that they just are deserving of respect, and taste pleasure. How is that a justification to continue exploiting and oppressing someone? Anyway, I'm going to leave it there because I think we've been speaking for quite a while, but thank you so much.
Well, I
Do you want me to?
I admire what you're doing.
Yeah, all right, cheers. I'll give you one of these each. Have you ever seen anything like that before?
Yeah, Can I Cook It, Eat It?
Okay, is it like a documentary or?
No, it was probably about 15 years ago.
Okay.
It was a Channel 4 show where they're like inviting people on to eat, lambs, cows, whatever, and then in order to do this meal, you have to like kill it.
Oh, right, okay.
Yeah,
Kill them.
Should
have been called Kill Them because obviously they're not it, are they? They're sentient individuals.
Yeah.
Right, so you saw them being killed on the show then?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so would you say that we should respect other animals, other species of animals?
Yeah, I mean, obviously,
Yeah. Yeah, what about you?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, do you think that we can respect them whilst we're using them for our own benefit? Whilst we're exploiting them? Is that respect?
I mean, it's hard to say. It's like, my mum always said to me, right, you have to eat, if there's food, like meat on your plate, you have to eat it all because an animal's died for it, right? So if it's there, I'm going to eat it because it's already there. I'm not going to be wasteful of it, if you know what I mean.
Okay, but why
but
they...
at the same time, I'm not actively going to go out and kill one.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, so would you say that you are against the exploitation of animals then?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's
Okay.
a lot of it that's not done humanely.
Yeah,
Which isn't
yeah.
obviously ideal, is it? Like, on there it shows
Yeah.
you the circus animals and stuff like that.
Yeah,
It's just,
yeah. So you're against circus animals. Would you
Yeah.
say that you're against like fox hunting and bullfighting?
Yeah, fox hunting, yeah,
Yeah.
for sure,
So
yeah.
why are you against those things?
It's just, I mean, there's certain things that need to be done, sort of like
Yeah.
with badgers and TB and stuff like that. You've got to be very careful. But
What is it about animals that you would say that makes that wrong? Like with fox hunting, bullfighting, all of those, like circuses, stuff like that. What is it about the actual animals that
well,
makes
yeah,
it
they're
wrong?
like sentient, aren't they? I mean,
They're
it's just not-
sentient,
it's
yeah.
not, it's not right, is it? You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
exactly. So why is it okay to exploit them and like to use them for those reasons? Sorry, why is it not okay to exploit them for those reasons, but then exploit them for their skin, for their wool, for their baby's milk, for their eggs? Because obviously you saw in that video some of the symptoms of them being exploited, like some of the really cruel, horrific shit that we do to them. Would you say that you're against the cruelty?
Yeah, against
Yeah, and the
but
torture.
I think
Do you
it's
know?
just lack of information, and you don't
Yeah.
really understand what's
Yeah,
going on behind
exactly.
the scenes. You just walk into
Yeah.
a shop and buy a product.
100%, yeah, and it's all hidden from us on
A
purpose.
lot of stuff
Yeah.
is being changed now than what it was when I used to work in booths like 2014. You wouldn't know what was in the products.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
now you would be
A lot of
like-
it's like, we unfortunately do still test in animals in this country. So there's a facility called NBR Acres in Cambridge, and they breed 2,000 beagle puppies a year to test on them. So testing does still happen, unfortunately, and I'm guessing you're against that as well. Yeah. So you're against the cruelty, you're against the torture, but do you know why they're tortured and why we're cruel towards them? because we use them and because we view them as resources.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm trying to get to the bottom of the issue in the way that we view other animals, because obviously they're not resources, they're not our slaves, they're not here for us to use, are they? So what makes it okay for us to exploit them for their skin, their baby's milk, their eggs, their flesh, but not okay to exploit them for the things that you're already against?
Yeah.
Do you get what I mean?
Yeah.
Do you think it's a bit of a contradiction that you're maybe living in without really noticing?
Yeah, it can be.
Yeah.
I definitely see what you mean, for sure. But
Yeah.
I also think, like, it's the way it's handled, and like there's the people that are doing it. I don't think like eating meat is wrong, because like there are animals in nature that eat meat for getting by, you know, lions, whatever.
Yeah.
But I do think that.
But then you did just say that it's wrong to exploit them for their flesh and their baby's milk and all those different things, because obviously we don't need to, do we? We don't need to exploit them for those things.
Like, for instance, like there are meat eaters that, you know, like lions and stuff like that, they eat out of necessity.
Yeah, out of necessity, of course. Yeah.
If there's like a way in, you know, like you would back in the olden days, you'd just go and hunt deer to feed your family and stuff like that. That would be much more ideal, you know. Whereas there's a lot of people that just want food on their plate and are wasteful, and it just leads to factories of.
But even if we're hunting one animal a year, for example, that's still exploitative, especially when we don't need to. So obviously, at some point, thousands and thousands of years ago, we might have needed to hunt an animal when we couldn't find enough plants. But right now, talking to you guys on the street, talking to you two personally, like, you two don't need to use animals for their flesh. So that's why we're speaking to individuals. Like, I'm not speaking to a lion. I know what you're saying, but that's why it's like we're taught these things, like we need to do certain things, we need to use animals for their flesh to survive, but actually we don't. So why are we still doing it?
Like I said, I don't think a bear needs to eat meat, but it does occasionally. It's an omnivore. You know?
Yeah.
It prefers berries and stuff. I think it's just choice. At the end
Yeah.
Of the day.
Yeah, so obviously, like I said, I'm not speaking to bears, I'm speaking to humans.
It's the same thing. It's just a sort of choice, isn't it? It's like, you know.
Well, it's not a choice when there's a victim involved in terms of humans, because we have the option to not do it, and we are, you know, we have morals, and that's why there's laws to protect. I felt like we had the same top on then for a second. I was like, no, mine's from Asra, I think. But anyway, yeah, so we obviously have laws to protect. You know, we actually have laws to protect certain animals in a certain way, but not to fully liberate them from being exploited, full stop. We have laws to protect other humans from being oppressed, from being enslaved, from being murdered and whatever else, but it's just about giving the respect to other animals that we give to each other as well.
Yeah.
So I know what you're saying, obviously in the wild certain animals do eat each other, but we don't need to do it. You know, we as humans don't need to eat other animals, and we have the ability to make moral decisions. So why are we not making the moral decisions that are the right thing to do?
A person-to-person empathy level, isn't it, really?
Yeah, but that's why we're trying to like help people understand that it's wrong essentially to oppress animals.
Yeah, no, I 100% get where you're coming from.
Yeah. Okay, so do you understand what veganism is? I know that you saw the video, but do you know what veganism is? Because I didn't understand what it was for years. Like I
understand the concept.
Okay. Yeah, so I used to think it was about not eating meat, dairy and eggs, but it's actually the principle that says humans should live without exploiting other animals. So would you guys say that you agree with that principle?
For the most part,
Yeah, so what's stopping you from living by that principle and not exploiting them for any purpose?
I've never.
Convenience, I guess.
Yeah.
It's just easy to go to a shop and buy a meal deal, you know. Like.
So after speaking to me today, is there anything from stopping you from living by that principle and no longer exploiting animals?
I guess it's just a habit, isn't it, of eating
Yeah.
meat.
Okay.
Yeah.
I've actually tried a vegan week, like a week or two, a few years
Yeah.
ago. It was
So
quite nice food, to be fair.
Yeah, okay, that's good. So it was probably more trying a plant-based diet, right? Because obviously,
try it, just
Yeah.
try different foods. And,
Amazing.
Like, me and my best friend will often go to vegan restaurants. Just
yeah, exactly.
It's just kind of, we've got a daughter as well, so it's just making sure she gets the right.
Yeah, and you can Yeah, you can find everything that you need online, like all of the information that you need online, because there is protein, calcium, all the nutrients that we need on a full whole food plant-based diet, as long as we're eating a variety of whole foods, like a lot of different types of fruit and veg.
Yeah.
Like we can get everything that we need from a plant-based diet. So you said that you tried the plant-based diet before and it wasn't, too bad. Yeah. So what would be stopping you from today, by living by that principle? Like, why not go away and actually not live in a contradiction anymore and actually not exploit animals for any purpose?
I mean, I'd like to say, I guess it's just a convenience in there.
Yeah.
Like, it's just a habit we've always eaten it, make sure Annie gets the nutrients she needs with it, and they always say just like get this kind of nutrients on the plate.
And I understand the convenience and the habit, like we were all like that, I was like that, but then it's, once we understand it's an injustice, and especially for children as well, like bringing them up to understand that it's wrong to exploit animals and that we should respect them, I feel like it's probably like the best gift in the world, because I wish my parents explained this to me when I was younger, because I really feel like we're all born respecting other animals, but then we're indoctrinated to almost believe that it's normal to exploit them and necessary when actually it's not. Do you get what I mean? Do you think that you'll, from today, go away with the mindset of being against their exploitation and therefore everything else will fall into place?
Yeah, definitely open. I'm definitely,
I know that it requires a bit of research, like with the nutrients and stuff like that, but the thing that I like to say is like, it's a decision that we make with our mind, because then once we make the decision of yes, I'm going to be against, because you can label it what you want, like obviously veganism is the technical label, but the issue that I've got is that there's so much misinformation as to what veganism is. It's almost like tainted. People think that it's a diet, so they think that we're like forcing our beliefs on people, and it's actually about the victims and not using them for any purpose. It's about just adopting that mindset. Because do you buy leather?
No.
You don't wear leather? No. So is it literally just the food, food animals?
Like we wouldn't go in and buy a product that's had animal testing on it.
No.
Exactly,
But we would eat meat.
Okay,
And like, I'll try and shop for makeup ones that haven't tested on animals.
Exactly,
So I mean,
that's why the mindset's almost there, but then it's just about those other habits that we're kind of used to. And once you get into the habit of not doing it, because it's like, if you were one of those animals that you just saw in that video, would convenience be a good enough justification to continue exploiting you? No.
I don't know what it's like to be an animal in that video.
But I mean, if we were one of them, we would want someone to leave us alone, wouldn't we? Just like the reason why you don't buy products tested on them, just like the reason why you don't go to zoos or buy leather, is because of the way that you view them. So it's just about being consistent, throughout all forms of their exploitation. Do you think you'll do it from today?
I think the best we can give you is a conscious effort.
Okay, but again, if you were one of them, would you want a conscious effort or would you want a definite yes?
That's the best we can give you, I'm sorry. But,
okay.
I mean, like I said, we've got
because there's trying, but there's trying and then there's actually doing. So like if you're going away saying I'm going to try, then you're already setting yourself up for failure, because trying isn't the same as actually doing, is it? Like it's like
every year I'm going to quit smoking, I never do as well.
But then again, smoking doesn't have a victim, does it? I understand where you're coming from because it's still habit, but smoking, the only victim is you. Whereas when we're doing something where we have victims, just like you don't buy toilet juice tested on animals, it's like, is it really okay to continue doing something out of habit when there's a victim?
It's definitely like I said, a conscious effort that we could think about when we're looking and planning for dinner tonight. We're only down here on holiday, so we don't know what we're going to do yet.
There's a mentor service online called Challenge 22. Do you think you remember that? Do you want to write it down?
No, yeah.
Because I'll give you a documentary to watch as well, which you could maybe at least promise that you'll watch the documentary together.
Okay.
Yeah? And then if you try use the mentor service, because that helps you transition to a plant-based diet in 22 days.
Yeah.
So you could do that together, maybe, because then it gives you all of the tools that you need. And then it's just, about creating those new habits. So the documentary is called Dominion, and it's on YouTube. Do you want to write that down as well?
Dominion.
Yeah, so promise me that you'll watch Dominion at least. Yeah, okay. And then Challenge 22, the mentor service to help you switch to a plant-based diet, because then it's just about habit. You can literally speak to people, probably about your kid as well, just making sure that you get all the right nutrients and stuff like that. But yeah, all right, thank you so much. All right, cheers, bye, have a nice day. Oh, are we done? Yeah, it's 2:15. Right, I'm going to stop it there, guys. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for the support. All right, cheers, guys. Bye.